It's an Abbey Spectrum 520. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you've got your gas bottle with your open and close on top, so you can try all your gas inside of the van. You've then got your regulator on the bulkhead and your pipe work coming up to the gas bottles itself. We do recommend you use propane on all caravans. You've then got 2 gas bottle tie downs, like I said, where you can carry a maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles. You've then got your water pump connection on the side of the van, which you release by pushing in these white tabs and removing the pump and pushing it in to lock it in place. You've then got the pickup pipe that drops down inside the ack roll, and it needs to be fully submerged in water prior to turning the pump on. You've then got your wind down legs on either side of the front of the caravan to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. You've then got your heating and hot water flue. You remove the cover on the side of the van to allow the heating system to breathe, and you need to remove this prior to igniting anything on gas inside of the van. Going further down the side of the van, you've got your wheel nuts and motor mover. We'll demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts to the correct setting prior to the caravan leaving. On the outside of the van, you've also got your toilet flush tank. You open this up and you put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid to allow you to flush your toilet. You will need to keep an eye on the level of this. Then down the side of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank, so you release it with the yellow handle at the bottom, pull the cassette out. The grey neck here turns out 90 degrees, tip the waste away. The yellow button on the back is a pressure relief button, so when you tip the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Then you've got the cap on the front here that is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. Going around the back of the caravan, you've got your wind down legs again to stabilise the van. Then coming down the door side. Behind the door, you've got your 2 fridge vents, very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and take some cool air in. And you've got a gas flue on the top right hand side when the fridge is running on gas. Coming down the front of the van, you've got your mains power lead coming in from the power on site, and then you've got your 100 or leisure battery on the van at the moment just to show everything is working. That will be removed prior to the caravan leaving site. But it's got quick release connections on top, and if you're keeping the van in storage over the winter, I would advise you disconnect the battery connections just so it doesn't drain the battery down, or take the battery home and put it on trickle charge over the winter months. You've then got a storage locker for underneath your front seating area, and then you've got your barbecue gas point. Coming on to the inside of the caravan now. Above the door, as we come into the van, we've got your main power control, so you've got power on the left hand side here. You've got your internal lights for the caravan. You've got your water pump run, your battery level for the onboard battery, and then your water level on the switch next to it. To fill the water system up, if you're going to fill the onboard water tank, you'll need to connect the water pump on the outside like you would do normally. Open all your taps up on the hot side of the water system, as you would do normally, and then come over to your tank fill switch in the cupboard and turn on the tank fill. When that tank is completely full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. At the moment though, we're going to shut all the taps back off because the water system is full, and on the water tank fill side, and then we're going to show you how to fill the onboard water tank, so the hot water tank at the front here. So you're going to need to make sure the yellow valve is parallel with the floor prior to turning the water pump on. So it allows you to fill the water system up. But like I said, to fill the system, you have all the taps open on the hot side, and then you'll turn the... Once your water system's full, you'll actually then be able to start warming the water. So on the control panel in the cupboard here, you've got your 12-volt fuses here on the left-hand side. You've then got your car and van switch, so this will allow you to swap the power between the caravan and the car. So you need to flick the switch to car if you're towing down the road, and to caravan when you're on site. You've then got your battery charger, which you need to have on, your space heater, which you need to have on if you want to run the heating, and then at the bottom here you've got your water heater switch, so it allows the water to warm up on electric. Down the bottom you've got your 240 trip switches. If you're not sure if you've got mains power coming into the van, hit the test switch here, and it should allow this black switch to drop down, and that essentially means there is power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. If it doesn't drop down, it means there is no power coming into the van from the site you are on. So you've got your water heating on the control panel here. So that'd be your water heating, and on the top you've got your heating from the space heater itself. To operate the gas water heating, you've got your control panel on the wall next to the cabinet where the main control panels are. To ignite the gas system, you spin the dial to the gas symbol just here. Green light is your pilot light. If it fails to ignite, you're going to get a red light on the opposite side. And then you can control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees. We do advise when you're using the caravan to shower that you use the gas to boost the water system on board the van. Next to that, you've got your electric water heat. You've got your heating for the caravan. So you spin the dial round to the relevant power source down the side here, depending on what caravan site you're on. Turn it to the 500, then you control the temperature of the heater with the dial in the centre here. Now when that starts warming up, you'll get heat coming out the front of the heater after a few moments. So we'll just give that a moment to do its thing and warm up. If you want to use the heater on gas, you can do that by spinning the dial on the top right hand side, round between 10 and 9. Hold down the gas valve, and once it's ignited on gas, you'll have a pilot light in this window down the front. Once it has ignited and the pilot light is there, you'll slowly release the gas valve after 5 to 10 seconds, then control the temperature of the heater on the dial on top, and then spin it back to the off position to isolate the gas supply. To use the blown air on board the caravan, you have vents around the van at the bottom left hand side and right hand side here. You'll then come to the dial on top, which is your fan speed for your blown air. The dot in the centre here indicates the heat is going to come out the front, and the wave symbol on the left hand side is your blown air heating. So this allows the air to be blown around the caravan once the heating has warmed up, or you can use it as a cool air fan without the heating on. Then on the right hand side you've got automatic blown air, so essentially it cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the caravan. Back to the central position, and that'll be your heating turned off, or your blown air turned off. Hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances, no difference at all there. You've got your igniter on the front, as you can hear, and the electric ring on the back here will only work when you connect it to 240 mains. The fridge is very simple to use. You've got 3 ways of running the fridge. You've got the dial here, where you can select the gas option. If it ignites on gas, this light will go go green. The orange light is a pilot light. And when it does ignite, you can control the temperature of the fridge on this dial on the right hand side. The high or the thicker this or longer the bar that is here, the colder the fridge will be. To run the 230 mains into the caravan, which is your mains power supply, you select the middle option and then control the temperature of the fridge again on the dial on the right hand side. And if you're towing down the road and you want to use the fridge as a cool box, and you've got the right connections on your car, or they're wired up correctly, you'll come to the 12 volt mode with your main control panel turned off above the door, and the fridge will turn into a cool box. You'll have no temperature control from the dial on the right hand side here. To turn the fridge off, you'll go back to the off position at the top. The last thing we go through on this particular caravan is the toilet system in the bathroom. Very simple to use. Electric flush on top of the toilet here. You've then got a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for convenience, as you can see. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette itself, the toilet needs to be back in the central position. And you'll also need to make sure the grey waste handle on the side here is in the closed position as it is now. When you're using the toilet, you need to push it forward to allow the waste into the cassette at the side of, underneath the caravan, or in the side of the caravan. So that's the Abbey Spectrum 520. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon again. Bye bye.